sits down. He's like,
shifting around.
you know how dads when they sit down, they're like, ugh.
No, my dad's like when he gets up, he's like, ugh. Yeah. It's like the whole
Chill.
thing.
It's
And
like
then it's like,
when they sneeze.
yeah. Oh, men that sneeze. Oh, it's a lot.
It's like they're doing way too much.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it. Have sex with a Scorpio.
I could glute bridge your dad. I'm naked. Hold on.
We will be flicking the beans to that.
But she's tatted and I take meth. Is somebody in your house right now?
But you know what? Fuck your ass.
Yeah, I had sex last night.
You can make your own money. You can literally have your own job of your dreams. You can own your own house. You can own your own car. You can pay all your fucking own bills. So what is that man? That man is sex and a best friend, and that's it.
I heard nothing but the truth.
Oh no, when he stands up and he's like hunched over like the fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame for like 7 steps.
Yeah.
And his like feet are sliding on the floor because he like can't pick him up right away. I'm like,
Do your
oh,
parents just walk
God.
like that regularly? Because when my parents walk around the house, they both slide their feet.
So
like they don't pick their feet up.
no.
It's like, shh,
Well,
shh,
first of all,
shh,
if
shh,
my
shh.
dad would yell at us for doing that when we were younger, so like he doesn't do it. But like he does it when he's like when he wears slippers, his slippers just like slide. But then also when he like just gets up,
Yeah.
that's when he like slides his feet. It's not like a normal thing, but it's like
I
when he
guess
gets
that's
up.
true. Yeah. Like I don't think my parents walk like that like during the daytime, but at night or in the morning, they both are like barefoot, like shh, 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 shh.
Okay, but God forbid anybody else does it.
Yeah.
He's fucking yelling.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, my dad is. I love him to death, but like, let me tell you something.
Like little things bother him.
The littlest things, like, and it's like I'll come home for a day, be home for a day, and I leave a cup out, and he's like, Kellen's home.
Yeah.
There's cups all over the place. There's
Yeah.
one, and I'm using it.
My dad
Like-
will say that about like the kitchen.
Yeah.
Acting like I just Gordon Ramsay'd that
Yes!
shit. And I'm like, I
Yes.
made a literal sandwich and I like left the knife in the sink because like I haven't finished eating. So then I'll put it away when I'm done.
Yeah.
But, like chill.
No, if there's like crumbs on the counter, he's
Yeah.
like, you have to wipe off the counter. I'm like, yeah, well, I didn't get there yet. Okay,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Running the ship like the fucking Navy. Like
If I
chill,
if I
it's
cut an
all
apple,
good.
if I cut
Yeah.
an apple, better put down. Oh my God. No, you're right. He really stays acting like I Gordon Ramsay did, and my mom will be like, and she'll just clean it.
Yeah.
Like she'll just like she won't make any comment, but she'll just like,
My mom just doesn't let anybody create a mess because that bitch like sneaks behind you and just like grabs it and starts putting it away. And I'm like, whoa, like I'll be mid drinking
like
a drink.
ninja.
Yeah, like I'll be halfway through a drink and I like turn around for 1 second. I turn back around, that shit's gone.
No.
And I'm like, did you see my drink? She was like, oh, that was yours? I thought it was mine. I just washed it and put it away. I was like, oh, okay, well,
Okay, bet. I was gonna
still
know.
half full.
No, my
so.
mom doesn't give a fuck about nothing. Like,
Really?
literally until it's like, unless she knows it's gonna bother my dad. That's the only reason she says anything. My mom don't care. Like,
No, my
she
mom's
won't say
way
nothing.
cleaner than my dad
So like
is.
my dad is more like the principal. Like he just does it to
Yeah.
like say something. Because when he comes here to my house, he is like purposely leaves cups out and purposely leaves his shoes in like the walkways just to like
to be like, see,
yeah.
doesn't this piss you off? And
I'm
you're
like,
like, nah.
I didn't even notice because
Yeah.
that's how I live too. Like, like you think you're pissing me off, but it's doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, Kevin. But like my mom, she couldn't care. Like
Yeah.
she just wants me to be there. Like she
Right.
does not care at all. Like a cup doesn't bother her. My shoes being left out don't
Yeah.
bother her. Like she's gonna sleep the same way
Yeah.
at night if those shoes are in the living room or not.
Yeah.
Like she don't care. But Kevin, he'd be acting like it's the
See, my dad does it in a passive aggressive way. Like if I leave something on the stairs, he'll be like, do you want me to help you pick that or help me you take that upstairs? And I'm like, no, I was just going to leave it there. Like I'm going to wear those like in a bit. Like if they're
Yeah.
like a pair of shoes, he's like, oh, okay, well I can help you take them upstairs if you want.
no.
Instead of just being like, hey, will you take those upstairs?
No, my dad would be like, I'd be like, Kellen's home, her shoes are out.
Yeah.
Like
That's what my dad will say the same
And then
shit.
if I don't move them, then he's like, can you go put your shoes away? And I'm like, I'm literally leaving in an hour.
Yeah.
And he's like, but they don't need to be here. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever. Whatever. He's like gotten better just because I'm not home ever.
Yeah.
But like still, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, enough about that. It's somebody's birthday.
It's my birthday.
Yay. It's Emily's birthday.
Shout out everybody born on October 3rd and having to share that with the fucking Mean Girls Day because my whole life. When did Mean Girls come out?
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see a meme today about being Mean Girls. But
Oh my God, I've seen so many.
I haven't been on social media though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I woke up and got yelled at on the phone. So
I love that for you.
yeah.
I did not. I got woken up by a phone call, but it wasn't yelled. It was singing.
Yay! Who sang to you?
My mom and dad. Well,
That's
it was
so
actually just my dad. It was like a FaceTime
Even
with
better.
my mom, my dad, and my little brother. And my dad just started singing, and nobody else chimed in. And then my dad just like took over. Like, you wouldn't get this because like you don't watch movies, but it was a meme. It turned into a meme and like a TikTok, but it was like the Sing movie and like the elephant who like they're all singing happy birthday, and she's like walking in with the cake and she's like happy birthday, like she just goes hard and everybody else just kind of goes quiet. That was my dad. He was like trying so hard and like hitting all these different notes. I was like, okay.
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm
Roger.
literally like, he woke me up. I was like half asleep.
No lights are on.
And then he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, context clues here. I'm in bed. And like, I'm not awake right now.
You're like, I actually have off today, so
I know. He was, well, because he goes, well, I know you're not hungover, so I'm just assuming you're sleeping in. And I was like,
okay,
yeah, I took off work since it's my birthday. And yeah, so then he was like, okay, well, call us when you're more awake. Bye.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, well, before we like truly get into the episode, I have a little gift for Emily.
Oh,
So-
okay.
She said, oh, okay.
I've already gotten like a bunch of gifts today.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Oh, you did the behind the chair thing.
Because
That's
I knew
normally
I
me.
need, you don't go back over here. So
I don't.
I got her a little sash.
Oh my gosh.
It says, it's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Yay.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Well, because she got me a crown. So I was like, I can't get you a crown.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to get you a little sash. And then I also have another surprise. Hold on a second.
Okay. This is so fun. And like, she decorated. We have different birthday than last week. Last week was the happy birthday that I made on my printer.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
You should get some. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not singing happy birthday like Roger, so let's just act like he commenced. Yay! Yay!
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Thank you so much.
Okay, so Emily made me a cake for my birthday. That's just not my forte. We can just put them on the floor.
Okay.
It's just not my forte, so I bought her.
For audio people, Kellen got me cupcakes and put candles in, and I just blew them out.
Also, no one saw this, but you might smell it. I just actually lit my fingernail on fire as I was doing
Oh my god. No, I swear to
my acrylic nails on
Yeah.
fire. It's literally burnt and smells really bad.
Damn. No, I don't like lighters like that because I always end up burning myself. Like, I have to use like the long ones that are like the gun
Oh.
ones.
Those are the only ones I have. I don't even know why. But I was about to like start laughing because I literally just lit my fingernail on fire as I was lighting these
I've
candles.
been there though.
And
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta say something. And I was like, but then she doesn't even know she's getting candles.
Yeah. I heard it either sounded like, I thought you were using scissors.
Oh.
I didn't know if it was a lighter, and then I thought it was a lighter because it was like a
Yeah.
like I could tell you're trying to get it started, but then I was like, wait, what is she cutting?
Emily made the most beautiful cake for my birthday. It was seriously amazing, and I was like, I just can't even try. So I just bought cupcakes.
I feel that though. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, there's like people who enjoy that, and there's people who that stresses them out.
Yeah.
And mine's a little bit of both. Like, I enjoy it, but it also, because I'm like a perfectionist on shit,
Yeah.
it also stresses me out, but it was still fun. But if I had to do it and I didn't enjoy doing it, I wouldn't.
Well, it's not that I don't enjoy doing it, but like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So
I feel like
that
I
was
get
it
you.
too. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I mean, it's just not gonna look good. What would happen? It would be like one of those like, you know, those like TikTok memes where like they'll be like, hey mom, like so and so is like selling cakes now. And then they like send like the most fugly fucking cakes.
They're like, which one do you like the best? And they're like all horrible.
They're like, I'm not buying
Yeah.
that. Like, she might want to start like trying harder, because the thing is, though, the pictures of like the jokes would have been my best effort, and I know that.
You know what's like
So-
the funniest thing on TikTok is when people make like the Drake cakes, but they're like really bad, and it's like the Nothing Was the Same album cover, and then like it's like a video like really up close of them decorating it, so you can't really tell that it's gonna be bad, and at the end it like pans out to the most insanely bad cake you've ever seen, but it's just so funny. Like, it's so bad that it's good. But like, I love those videos of like the bad cakes. Or like, what was that stupid fucking show on Netflix where it's like Nailed It? And they would like, they were just like amateur bakers, and they'd have to make this like insane cake, but they all looked like shit.
So my thing was, okay, so I actually had options for cake for you. This was my idea. Okay.
I wasn't expecting to get any cake. So like I've already got like a whole cake today.
Well,
and then
see-
I got these. So this is like so much cake.
Well, so then this is the thing. So I was like, I did see that she sent you a cake.
Mm-hmm.
My original plan was like a couple of days, like a week or two ago, I was going to contact a baker and have them make like a cool cake, like an anime one or whatever, and be like, she likes One Piece, like fuck it up.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do. Like whatever. Just like don't do like a scan on thing.
And then
Make
it's
it,
like
animated.
$200.
That's why I was like, I'd rather spend that money on something else.
Right.
For myself and for her. Like I'm
right.
No.
Right.
So then I was like, okay. Then my other option was I can make like a sheet cake, obviously easy,
Yeah.
but like purposely make it bad.
Yeah.
Like play off the fact that like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so make it as fugly as possible.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but like, do I really want to spend the time?
Exactly. Because either way, like even if it's bad, it still requires like hours of effort.
Right. So I was like, and like honestly, like I don't have like the proper tools to even like make good icing. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is stupid. I'm just gonna go buy little mini cupcakes because I feel like that's like the perfect size.
Oh my God. Yeah. Because like now in my fridge, like I'm so appreciative of it, but I have this giant cake and like I'm just going to end up eating all of it.
Yeah. But the thing about mini cupcakes is like you can just like grab one and go.
Yeah. Or you eat the whole thing and get it over with quick.
That's,
That's me and desserts.
sometimes
It's like the faster you go through them, the less calories it becomes. I don't know. It's girl math.
No. Okay. So, but my girl math is that like
Oreos, I'm like that.
because like regardless, I'm gonna eat the calories. So
Right.
does it matter if I stretch the calories out across a couple of days?
No, I don't care
or
about the
I eat
serving
them
size.
all in one day.
Right. Either way, it's going to be
Either
the same
way,
amount of
I'm eating this
calories.
whole package of Oreos.
Right.
So it's either is it a 5-day calorie process or is it one day? I don't
Right.
know.
It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's still going to be the same.
It's gonna I'm gonna consume this many calories.
Like my body doesn't understand the time difference. So it's just going to go into a sugar like withdrawal period probably after the fact. And I'm going to have a headache and that's fine.
And then I'm gonna find something else to binge on.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm the same way. Or it's like I have to eat it all right now because right now it's gonna be worth the calories. Like
And
to eat
I
it
will
all fresh.
also like this is trigger warning. ED talk. We're just like talking nonchalantly about just like low key ED like things. But yeah, I'll do the same thing because also I'm like right now I won't feel guilty about it, but then afterwards I will. But I'd rather feel guilty afterwards once than like 7 different times.
See, exactly. That's girl math. That's girl math. That's girl math. When it comes to food, that's girl math. I'm sorry, it is. I don't care what nobody says. Like,
but that's how I feel like even like we've talked about this before, but it's like if you're having like a day where it's like you started off working out, I'm going to probably have a healthy rest of the day.
yeah.
But if I already know going into the day, working out's not part of the day. So I'm going to start the day with a Diet Coke. I'm going to eat an Adderall for breakfast. For lunch, I'm probably going to have some crackers. And then at dinner, I'm going to eat 7,000 calories.
No, it's like a spiral.
Yeah.
It's 100% a spiral.
But it's like, it doesn't matter because the day's already not healthy to begin with. So I'm
Right.
just going to start anew tomorrow.
You know how I start too is like, it depends on like if I wake up. So like my biggest thing, like,
Salty or sweet, that's how my day goes.
Yes.
If I'm craving something sweet in the morning, the day's over.
yes, no, so no, I was about to say this. If I wake up and I have like my avocado toast with eggs and whatever, like the rest of the day, I'm like still eating like healthier-ish. There's gonna be like, obviously I'm not perfect, so like whatever, but I'm gonna be like leaning more for like salads and fruits and like good proteins. But if I wake up and I have a donut for breakfast, pancakes for breakfast, it's over.
Yeah.
The rest of the day,
Yeah.
I'm munching on everything that I shouldn't be munching on. I'm going to the grocery
And then
store
I'll
to
eat like
make
an
more
apple
goodies.
and be like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, like that was it balanced out.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me yesterday, actually. I started the day, I ate a granola bar and a Diet Coke and an Adderall. Didn't eat all day. Then for dinner, I was like, shit, I'm starving, but I didn't have any food and I didn't feel like cooking, so I made pancakes. And then I ate an apple. And then I just ate a bunch of random shit all night until I was like, okay, I'm full now. Finally.
That's good.
Yeah.
Time for bed.
Yeah.
No, I know.
None of it had any nutritional value, including the apple.
Yeah, no, I actually got something out for dinner tonight so I could like actually make it instead of being like, what am I going to eat? And then at like 10 o'clock be like, oh, I'm starving.
No, literally last
I'm going to
night,
get McDonald's.
I stayed up way too late. Like, I don't know
You're
why.
excited for your birthday.
Maybe. But like, it was actually so funny because you ever come across TikTok videos where it's like whole TV shows? It's like part 1, part 2, part 3,
Yes.
part 197.
Yes.
And you sit there and watch like a whole
Yes.
episode of a show. Okay, so I did that like a couple weeks ago with the show House. Do you remember that show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the doctor show forever ago. I'd never watched it before, and I kept seeing TikTok clips. So 2 days ago, I was like, where can I watch this shit? And I saw it was on Amazon Prime. So I started watching it, and I've been watching like that because of like the TikTok show. And so last night, I literally watched that shit until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I checked my phone. I was like, oh my God, you need to go to sleep.
Honestly, I feel like that's a very like far out thing for you to like stay up and watch.
House?
Yeah.
I know.
Like I feel like it's like,
Well,
it
I
is, like,
used to watch Grey's Anatomy religiously.
I was like, okay, it's like low key your vibe, but at the same time,
But at the same time, I don't really like it.
For you to like sit there and binge something like that, that's
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's how I am with all TV though. I've never casually watched a show in my life. Like I never just put on like 2 episodes and I'm like, okay, call it a day. Like I will purposely not watch the whole series until all the episodes are out just so I can binge it. But this has 8 seasons.
I'm
already on episode 18.
I've been watching
and every episode's about an hour.
Secret Life of American Teenager, and I was telling you this the other day.
Yeah.
It's like, but I don't have it on like to like intensely watch.
No, me neither. That's what's great about this because I'm just like playing my video games, watching this.
I think it only started like a month ago, and I'm already on to season 4.
Yeah.
But like normally if I'm at home, I just have it on and like I'm just like walking around doing my thing. Today, I don't know what happened. I started turning my TV on, and then I like got interrupted by a phone call, and then my like TV already is like programmed to like have something come on, and it was like college sports and then volleyball, like men's volleyball was on like all day.
Hot, low key hot. Because volleyball player, well, it depends.
Like, okay, I'm gonna say this. Some of them were, but then like the one, so I don't know anything about volleyball. Nothing at all.
The only thing I know about volleyball is because I've watched a bunch of volleyball animes, so I low key know a lot about volleyball.
Why does the one guy wear a different colored jersey than the rest?
Because oh my God, what's the name of that position? It's called the
like the skipper?
Oh no, it's like a weird name. I can't think of it right now, but it's because they like go like different positions throughout it or something like that. Like I don't remember. God, now I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know in the anime that I watched, the guy who wears it, yeah, he has a different jersey color, and it's like he plays, and he's really small. They're always really little. Like they're the smallest person on there. And I don't remember why, but I think it's because like they can move around the court,
okay, so,
and they don't have to stay in the same like areas as the other people. So
he's like
it's something like
he's
that.
Like the designated mover. Because
it's
let me tell you
like,
something.
It's like Leo. Oh my God, I have to look up what the name of it is. Let me tell you something.
I was watching this and I was like I was on the phone call watching it, right? So like I don't have the sound on, so I don't even know like what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just like watching. But like they were all like the shortest, ugliest men. And they thought they were cool as fucking shit because they were the ones like had the different color jersey.
Yeah, it's oh my God, what did the fuck?
I was like, it's giving quarterback.
Libero. Libero. Liberio.
Libero.
I
don't know, but
it's something like that. Like
it's giving quarterback. It's giving like I'm best one out here right now.
Yeah, I don't remember
and they like low-key have like a little like chip on their shoulder because of that.
But they're not. That's not the like best position.
No, but they were acting like they were. I don't know if
I know it's like I know that is typically a really short person. Like it's the shortest person on the team plays that role.
And I like short men. So for me to say that you're short and ugly, you're short and ugly.
Yeah. You're not just short, you're actually ugly.
Yeah. You're just not it. And they were both like acting like they were hot shit. And I was like, first of all, look in a mirror. Second of all, like what are you doing out here? And why is everyone else in green and you're in white? Like I didn't get it.
Yeah. I don't remember why. Like I will have to rewatch Haikyuu to remember that. But I do know that it's always a small person who plays it because also one of my friends growing up played volleyball and her best friend was that position and she was tiny and my friend was like almost 6 feet tall. Madeline also grew up playing volleyball, so I could ask her.
We might need to phone a friend.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, typically like I feel like guys volleyball players are like hot, but that's also because I always see like California guy volleyball players, so they're also tan and like tall and yeah.
Yeah,
maybe that's why I think they're hot because they're
Oregon
tall.
Oregon against Duke or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't giving.
it's giving middle of America.
Oregon's not in the middle of America.
Well, neither is North Carolina, but it's like not like, you know what I mean?
There's opposite coasts.
Yeah.
But like weird
But
parts.
they're not like sunny coasts. Like North Carolina kind of, well, North Carolina's not where UNC is like middle of North Carolina.
Yeah,
but
it's not like the beach.
yeah.
And neither is Oregon.
Yeah. So it's like, y'all need some sun. Go practice outside.
Actually, yesterday when I went to the gym last night, I literally looked at myself and I said, "Ooh,
No.
giving pale."
Yeah, same.
Giving pale.
Well, also, my skin's at that point right now. Well, I'm on my period, so like I have a few like big breakouts happening, and they're like purple, but I haven't picked them at all. And I'm like, it's because my skin's like transparent.
Yeah.
It's not red. It's like past red because there's no
just-
no melanin. It's just purple.
I've realized how white I am.
Yeah,
And like it hit fast this summer.
Mhm.
But I also wasn't outside. I mean, we say that every year. Like I just wasn't outside the same.
I wasn't. And like the only time I really was outside for like consistent amount of time was like a couple weeks ago when I went home, and I was just outside every day. But I also wear sunscreen religiously.
Same.
So I'm
and
not
that's
allowing myself to get burned, which is normally why I get
sunscreen,
tan.
My house sunscreen. My like everyday sunscreen is like from my whole face down my chest onto my shoulders, my hands and stuff.
Same.
So like, I don't know. I feel like yeah. I was like, I need to put some tanning lotion on. I look bad.
But then at the same time, I don't feel like that looks good either. Because I've realized whenever I wear that, like I feel better in the moment. But then when I'm like photographed in photos and stuff, I'm like, ew, that kind of looks bad.
Well, my thing is I think it always looks bad because it's like the wrong time. Like you are only wearing like tanning lotions and stuff like right at the beginning of summer when nobody else is tan, or at the end when you're losing your tan. So
or
it's
like in the middle of winter.
Right. So it's like not the right time.
Yeah.
It's like, and like, that's why I'm like, I'm just not even gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
I want to, but I'm not going to. But I feel like that's when you do it. It's because you're like, oh my God, I'm getting so pale.
Yeah. Well, in college, I was like addicted to it because like we would do that because we were going out.
But I also feel like that's when you have bleach blonde, like platinum hair.
Also, I was coming off of being a dancer my whole life where we did spray tans like every weekend before competitions. Like it was just normal. So like I grew up doing spray tans.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And so like after that was over, I was like, oh shit, I got to keep the tan facade. And I look back on pictures, I'm like, dude, your hands look dirty. Like your elbows look crazy. Your knees look crazy. Like it doesn't look good. And also like you low-key look green. Like, I think it might be because I have a yellow undertone and not red. But every time I use self-tanner.
We had to get, like, the proper self-tanner.
Yeah.
Because there are ones that have, like, different, like, undertones.
Yeah. But it just, like, never looks great on me. Like, it always looks a little bit dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that's how most people look with self-tanner. No offense. You look like you need to wash your face a bunch.
Dude. Or
your hands look like you've been playing in the mud.
One of the hosts that like works at the restaurant I work at,
and they stink.
She stays doing like intense spray tans.
Do you
like,
smell it? Because I feel like people who religiously spray tan don't realize how intense they smell.
Well,
because even when you wash it, it's like 4 days.
It's the look. And this one,
yeah.
So one, like she's obviously white, and then there's another host who's of color, and she like looked at her and was like, "You're giving blackface. Like you need to get it together."
I
like,
think that's another reason
good.
why I kind of stopped. Not that I never used like dark self tanner. But at a certain level, I was like, well, because, is it weird trying to like not be my real skin color?
Well, because she like
that feels weird.
It's not even like that. I think it's like if you want to be a little bit tan, I get it because it's like that's just like a part of life,
right?
But it's like when you're tanning on top of your tan, on top of your tan, on top of your tan, like your fake tan, not like you sitting out in the sun getting tan, or like going to a tanning bed getting tan. Like I feel like you like putting that on at some point, it starts to look like dirty and not good.
Yeah.
That's when I think it's like you're trying. That's when you're trying too hard. But I feel like if you're like just want to be a little tan a little bit, like have a little bit of color, I feel like that's not bad.
I don't think it's bad. I just like, but I also have kind of realized that I'm like, okay, I need to stop associating like tanness on my skin with me being like, that's the only time I feel pretty. Because I'm also like, I need to not feel ugly when I'm pale.
No, I agree to that.
Because like I am literally just white. Like there's nothing else in my genes besides white. So like at the end of the day, girl, like you're never gonna be that tan. So like you just gotta live with it. And I don't think it's like I look better pale or I look better tan. I think it's just like at the end of the day, like your skin color is your skin color. So like why try to force something? Like you still look pretty the other way.
No, I agree.
And like that's like also the hardest part about like getting pale is like having to have like 2 different types of makeup, like shades.
See,
because I'm in that weird transition.
I don't wear foundations and stuff like that.
It's just my concealer, but like I'm in that weird transition right now where it's like I probably need to go down a shade, but because I'm already so light, even when I'm tan, I'm already really pale. So every time I drop down a shade, it's always like they never have like the same undertone that I need. And so like I either have to go like yellow or like a red undertone. And neither one looks good when I'm pale. Like I almost need like a neutral.
See, for me,
and then they don't have a neutral that is that color.
I feel like if you just like, I still use the same one all year round because fuck it. And now I'm just going to blend it to the gods. Just keep blending and blending and blending. And then like, I feel like after
I just
a while,
notice in photos like really bad.
But like I'm not really taking pictures like that. Like whatever.
I just post a lot of TikTok. So then I'm like looking at this video. I'm like, why do my under eyes look like I have triangles of yellow? Like it just looks bad.
See, and I don't use it like that. I only use it to like cover up blemishes. But like it's just simply because one, not that I don't know how, because I've done it and I did it for a while, but like I just don't care to. Yeah. And I feel like my skin feels like healthier and looks healthier when I don't.
Yeah.
But also like I feel like if you know what you're doing and like you can make it still look like dewy and good.
Yeah.
I think it looks like really nice on people.
Yeah.
But for me, I just feel like it takes away.
But you also don't have like acne prone skin or textured skin.
Yeah.
So like if I didn't have
I feel like
that,
it gives me texture. And that's why I also don't like it.
Like if I didn't have that, I wouldn't wear it. But like I do. So like I'd like to cut like because I have really bad rosacea. So like if I don't cover it up, it looks like I like break out in a rash. Like if I'm not wearing makeup and I'm having like a flare up that day, it like people will be like, hey, are you good? Your face is really red. I'm like, yeah, it's just my skin. Sorry.
No, see, like, yeah, and I feel like that's the other thing too. Like, maybe I'm just a little blessed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the words are.
Yeah, but there was something that I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so before like we dive into anything important, I did want to talk a little bit about the whole like Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce dating thing.
Yes.
Because since you and I are both like not really Swifties, I don't really have any beef with Taylor Swift or her fan base. I just like, I'm honestly more like intrigued by them because I really think that this bubble they live in is kind of insane where it's like the whole like, oh, now people know who Travis Kelce is. I'm like, huh? Like people have been knowing.
No. So I think it's mostly like a joke when people are saying that though. Like
I don't.
No, there's a lot of TikToks which I know that are jokes. I think that there might be been a couple that were real, but I know that a lot of them are seeing are jokes because it's like also like they just like I feel like people figured out who Travis Kelce was at the Super Bowl last year.
No, he had a literally reality dating TV show like 6 years ago.
But I'm saying like.
He's been that bitch.
No, I know, but I'm saying like a lot of America, I feel like, and like I didn't realize how hot he was. Like I've like seen him and whatever, and like it's like almost like what's his name, Jeff Burrow or Joe Burrow or something like that, who's like his like swag going into games is what has like got me be like, oh, he's cute. Yeah, because I've like seen those things, but like. Do I give a fuck about football? Yeah. No. Most of the Taylor Swift girlies also don't give a fuck about football. Like, if they do, it's because like their boyfriend does or like dad does or brother or whatever. It's just like on. But like I'm not paying attention. Yeah. Nor do I care. I don't care who the players are, whatever. Until I see that you're hot. Yeah. Or until I see
But like, my thing with Travis Kelce is like everybody's known that though.
No, I agree. But I'm saying like these people just don't pay attention to it. Yeah. But I've seen a lot of like fake TikToks being like, hey babe, like guess what, Taylor Swift is now dating Travis Kelce and she's gonna put him on the map and like, whatever, and it's so
well funny. I've seen those too, but those are because actual Swifties have posted that like seriously.
This is what's crazy to me about it though, is that he gained 900,000 Instagram followers from the day that she went to his game. 900,000.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yes, maybe for 30-something-year-old white women, she put him on the map for them. But for like anybody who's like knows who he is like already, it's not like he was like this brand new guy to football that nobody had heard of before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not even interested in football. I don't give a fuck about sports. But like I know who Travis Kelce is because I grew up like a Chiefs fan because of my family. But I remember like it was like 5 or 6 years ago, he had like a dating show on whatever the network that does The Bachelor. Is that ABC, NBC? And he had a dating show called Catching Kelce. I remember that because my sister-in-law is like from Kansas City. And so like a bunch of her friends like auditioned to like go on that show and like be on the dating show with him. So like he's been like a girl's player for forever.
Oh, yeah.
Like the girls have known about like the girls who don't like football know him because he's hot.
Yes.
But like
that's how I know him.
Yeah.
Because like I know nothing about football. Like legitimately nothing.
I know about football because of my brothers, but if I wouldn't have grown up going to football games because my brother played college football and stuff, like I wouldn't.
You could quiz me about football and I would
It would be like the volleyball situation we just had.
I would fail. Like it'd be below failure. Like so at work we'd like put helmets on the TVs so like when people come and sit down, like they know what TV is going to have a designated game on.
Yeah.
And like we're not changing it. This is what you're going to watch. And this is the TV that you're at. So position yourself to watch at this TV. And we have like a whole like filing cabinet of like these helmets and I had to put them away and I literally was like, I was like, I need help.
Yeah, because you didn't know like what team was
I don't know. I know like some of the basic ones, but like outside of like, obviously I know who the Cowboys are. My dad's like a massive fan. The Eagles, the Steelers, the Titans, the Saints. And outside of that, I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
And like, I might know it, but like, I was just like, I need help. Like these like basic ass helmet looking ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, the only reason I know is because I have brothers and grew up doing that.
And like,
but it wasn't like, I wasn't like passionate about it. You know what I mean? That's like, even at work, we do like a fucking draft.
But I feel like it's
and
like,
everybody's like obsessed with the draft. And like, I'm the only person not participating because I just don't give a fuck.
But
I'm not
I also
watch
feel
it.
like it's like crazy because I feel like I'm one of like the only people who doesn't care about football.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like that's just what like, America makes you feel. Is that like,
and we're in the South too, where it's like that's like a big deal.
I mean, it's a big deal in the North too. It's a big deal everywhere. I feel like it's American football is just like people like live and die for it, like legit. But
I'm just saying like sports wise, because the South doesn't do like anything else really besides baseball.
Oh,
like they're not big on like the U.S. Open or like shit like or golf. Like I feel like that's like a niche group, but I feel like as a whole, like football is like big everywhere. I mean, literally our neighbor down the street, so at Christmas time, they used to put like a manger outside for like Christmas, and it was like this old like tacky which
manger.
If you do that, quit. We've seen it enough. We know the story. We don't need we don't need the plastic lambs in your front yard.
Yeah, it was
Put
like a tacky
away.
one, like
plastic,
I hate
like,
it. Old, like ugh. And then every single football Sunday, they'd have like a blow up of an Eagles player, like fake Eagles player, obviously, and like a blow up one of those, and it'd be like right over top of the manger. Every single football Sunday. Yeah,
in this house, we love two things: God and football. Like,
yep.
Also, but like, I would say Eagles fans though, that's just like a different level. Like, they're not the typical like. That's why I'm saying, like, in the North, I'm sure football's big, but not probably outside of, like, of Pennsylvania. It's as huge. Because, like, even in New York, it's, like, nobody's, like, jumping out their seats to go to a fucking Giants game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, like, Eagles fans are just different.
Maybe that's why. Because I'm, like, I grew up around Eagles fans.
Yeah.
And, like, they legit are. They're insane.
Yeah.
Like, the rumors are true.
Oh, yeah. It's, like, they're scary.
Rumors are true.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like the Raiders, aren't they supposed to have scary fans? Or are they the ones that paint their faces?
I hope they don't, because their colors are like black and purple.
Pretty sure that they do.
Yikes.
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure they show up as like Vikings or something.
No, you're thinking of the Vikings. The Raiders are like Las Vegas's, like they just moved to Las Vegas now, so they're not like a big fan base right now. Because they moved from
I feel like
I think you're talking about the Minnesota Vikings.
No.
They are a crazy fan base, and so are like the Packers. The cheese helmets that they all wear, like they're like a big football. Because also these states don't really have anything else going for them. Like Wisconsin. Like what
Tennessee,
else are you gonna go do?
Tennessee, they don't even have baseball teams.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why in Arkansas, like our college team is such a big deal because like we don't have any professional sports like in our state.
I think that's why people love like the soccer team here. Like it's
exactly.
so big to go to see like the National Soccer Club because it's like there's literally nothing else.
Yeah. Well, Arkansas just got a bid for a soccer team too, so I'm like, they're gonna at least have that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's boring out in these streets, apparently.
But yeah, I've just been like also like all these I keep seeing all these funny TikToks about like Taylor Swift in 2 months when her and Travis Kelsey break up, and it's like people like singing song lyrics, and it's like, you threw the pass at the 50-yard line and I was there and you were mine, and like it's just like so funny because it's like Taylor Swift in 2 months writing her song about Travis Kelsey and her breakup or whatever. It's just like they're always so literal, and it's just so funny.
I want to know like sorry, I'm sitting really funky because my legs hurt really bad. I'm like trying to stretch, but like not actually stretch.
It's okay. Just throwing them out there for free. If there's one thing about Kellen is she's gonna be barefoot on camera. You are the Cody Co of this.
I'm holding,
and I will be the Noelle Miller because my toes are never gonna be out.
No, I will always be the Cody Co. I will always.
She's
be
like
Cody.
Stroking them too
because I'm like trying to hide my toes, not for free. Okay, my thing is though about the whole like Travis and Taylor thing is like I feel like there's a part of it that's like not actually real. Like they're not actually dating. I feel like it's just a very like they're playing it up because why not? They're both getting publicity from it. She gets to go to games. Like
I don't think any celebrity relationships are really real at the end of the day. Like the whole Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet thing. Like that's 100% a PR stunt.
That's so weird. Like also like she's like known though for strictly dating black men, and then she starts dating Timothée Chalamet.
Because they're all trying to change up their image, and like Kylie has been so out of everything recently. Like she's just so irrelevant that it's like, okay, well Timothée Chalamet is not, so let's link up. And even the photo on her phone in that picture,
Timothy,
like
if
that,
I were him, why would you not?
No, exactly, because and that's the thing. It's like she is definitely his type. Like he definitely likes that type of girl. You know what I mean? So it's like, of course he would. But I feel like for her, it's just like, okay, well, my mom told me that this is going to help keep me relevant with Gen Z. Because dating all these problematic people is not working. Like, and nobody cares.
Yeah. And I guess like if in like that world or even like in guy world, it's like top of the top would be the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Like even if you're like, okay, I'm not fully attracted to like whatever, but it's like top of the top female to like be with would be the Kardashians.
Yeah.
So
definitely. Well, especially in terms of just like if you're trying to get people to talk about you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like overall, like even if you don't find them 100% attractive or you don't like everything that they have going for them or whatever, like it is.
I feel like men, that just like doesn't matter.
No, but that's
the same thing with like this Taylor Swift thing. I'm like, they don't care. It's just like, oh, okay, everybody likes you. That's cool. We can date. Like in hookup or whatever. Like men just don't care about anything. Like
yeah, well they do. I feel like that would be like still like major bragging rights, and that's why they do a lot of things that they do.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he's like he could like give two shits about Taylor Swift as a person, but it's like I'm dating the biggest person right
like
now.
It's bragging rights. Yeah, that's it.
But like but what I'm saying is like they don't really care about like the are you my perfect type or not. It's like who cares? Like you're Taylor Swift. It's like if Beyonce was single. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Whoever got to date Beyonce would be like the conqueror of the world in man world because like that's all they care about. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But I just thought it was funny because I'm like looking at this and like they're the most cringe couple too. Like they look awkward together. It's not a good match is what I'm saying.
No, because also like the fact that she wore like sparkly jean shorts to the game.
It's just she's so millennial.
But like and his swag is so attractive and so cool and so
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like
he's such a vibe.
It feels off. Like it just doesn't feel.
Maybe he can help her.
Yeah.
Because like
he's like a billionaire. Like she could literally hire any stylist in the world.
And I'm like Travis Kelsey. Yeah, do one for the team.
A man can change her.
That's literally what her whole aura is about, a man changing her. And like every single song she's ever written is like, I'm for me, but like I was that way for you. Like, be for real.
Yeah.
If she comes out,
I made a TikTok, but it's still my draft, and I was like, are you really a feminist if your entire brand is like getting fucked over by men and like singing about it, and then going to date more shitty guys and telling women that they don't need to date men, but then you keep doing it and you date problematic people and write songs about them and,
like, at this point,
never have
purpose.
changed your behavior?
At this point, it's on purpose.
Girl, go to therapy.
More than therapy, babe. Yeah. More than therapy. No, like and like the thing is though, like I actually like don't hate her music per se. I just don't like her as a person.
Yeah.
Like I feel like her music is like, okay, whatever. Like everyone gets onto a Taylor Swift song. Like I don't care who you are. Like there's at least one song you can get down to by her. Because she's written songs for every genre, for every person. And like,
well, not for every white person. She's definitely written music for.
Yeah. But I still feel like you can get down to it.
Yeah.
Even if you're not white.
Yeah.
Like there's still like a song that'll be catchy enough for you to be like, oh, this is a bop. Like whatever. Because that's what Baby's saying. So I just feel like I just feel like her as a person.
I don't like her as a person either, because she is like the person
like not
who
a
like
good person.
Well, and she like plays the victim on everything of all time, and she's always like, oh, I'm a feminist, but then when people call her out on doing anti-feminist stuff, she's like, that's not feminist of you to not like me. And I'm like, that's the whole point of feminism, is like calling out bad behavior that promotes misogyny, and that's your entire brand.
Right.
So like that's in her fans also. I don't like that too, because they get mad at other women who call out her like misogynistic behavior, and they're like, well, you're not for the girls if you do this. And it's like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
That's like saying like, okay, well, because I called out a racist, like they're still a racist. Like, what are you saying? Like, they're, because I called them out doesn't make them not a racist. Like, what? Like, I don't get it.
Right. No, I just feel like her as a person is just very like, I'm sorry to all the Swifties that are listening.
I know.
And love Taylor Swift.
It's no offense. I think that the issue with her fans and with all of these stan cultures is like, people just need to remove themselves from the person. You can love the artist. You can love the music. That's how I am with Drake. I love his fucking music. I think he's a shitty guy. I think all of his music is about women, negatively talking about women who have, quote, fucked him over, who he's fucked over all of them.
Yeah.
And he profits off of that. I still love his music. I just don't like him as a person, though.
Right. And I think that's the difference. Like, that's what I was trying to say. Like, I don't think that she has bad music. I don't think, like, I think that some of those songs, like, and even if you are ever in your feels, Taylor Swift is a great person to go hit up for some feel, like, music in that way. Like, don't get me wrong. That's like going to, like, listen to Rihanna. Like, fuck men, whatever.
Yeah.
I get it. But, like, her as a person is just blah. And I feel like kind of low-key shitty.
Yeah.
Like, and that's it. And
I just think she's just a hypocrite, because it's like she spews all of this like pro-woman, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, like I want to save the world. And then she's like the number one contributor of like fucking like private jet flying. Like she flies more miles than any other person on the face of the planet. So, okay, you're not really for the world. She's anti... She's dated some of the most problematic men ever.
I feel like she dated Maddie Healy is enough.
Exactly. And like, that's the thing. It's like, you can still love her and love her music and still call her out on her bullshit. But her fans won't do that. And like, that's the difference. It's like, that's why I don't love her fan culture, because they're very much like, well, it's Taylor or die. And it's like, it's okay to like her and like not like her.
My
sometimes.
other thing too is like, so even, I think there's like I guess you could say this is like equivalent to Drake as well. Like, I feel like you don't know anything about them. And I understand as well, like, and I will always stand by Taylor Swift. Like, you know nothing about her. You know nothing about her except for the only thing that she ever shares publicly is her relationships. And then she sings about her relationships.
Well, and you only know the stuff that she wants out there.
Right.
Because she is as big as she is, like, she is able to control what you know about her.
She's also had like a lot of secret relationships.
Exactly.
Like, and the one that I think she almost was like gonna marry the one guy. Like she like lived with him, got a house with him.
I think they were engaged.
Yeah, that's what I thought so too. But like, and you never heard about him.
Right.
And in that era of her life, like she was just like living life and like doing her thing. But like, I understand that, and maybe that's just like because of influencer culture these days, and like we were also talking about it like the other day, like how like, which is also then hypocritical of us to be like the Kardashians, like we just know too much.
Yeah.
And like we were saying that about like big celebrities, so I also get it. Like I also get that, like, you know,
but even though we know a bunch, we still don't know everything. We still are only hearing what they're wanting us to hear.
Right.
So like to think you have a relationship with this person is actually insane.
Right. And that's what I think is crazy too. And that's why I also necessarily don't know, like love
she's
her,
not,
because I don't know anything about her outside of like her hating men and her misogyny and
but
like
not hating men.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying though. Like that's what she wants to portray.
Yeah.
But then she does the opposite. And that's the only thing you know about her. And like I want, like, maybe it's just because I'm not a Swiftie, so I don't like have the nitty gritty of her life, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there's like other artists that like still share, like show that they're human in some other ways.
That's not performative.
That's not performative, and that also isn't still like I have to know everything about them.
Yeah.
Like does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, she's just a very PR person. You know what I mean? Like
true.
even this whole Chiefs game thing, that was so planned
Both
and like
of them,
deliberately done to where it was like, let's get the best photos ever. And it's like, it's
sitting next to Ryan Reynolds. And
I mean, that whole group of people, it's just like, okay, the billionaire boys club up in the box seats at the Chiefs game. Like it just is so, okay, our team made this happen. It wasn't giving, I came here because I wanted to see him play football. It was like, this is a great photo op. You know what I mean? And that's what it's like, I don't know. But I think that's just how it has to be when you reach that level of success where you're like a literal billionaire. Like everything is kind of fake. Because the people around you are around you because they want something from you most of the time.
Yeah, unless they're on their same exact level.
Yeah. And even so, I mean, I feel like billionaires hang out with other billionaires because they want to make more money.
But they also, they got to where they were because they weren't like
great people.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So it all comes back to that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The only big thing that I wanted to talk about today, sorry this episode is all random. Me and Kellen just haven't like really talked in a while. So we're like just catching up. And also, I'm just all over the place today because I didn't have work, so I feel like I'm just like, you know what I mean?
This is my first day off in like a lot of hours of work, so I feel just like, ooh, like, I'm just here today.
Yeah, but the only main thing I wanted to talk about today is I saw this TikTok, and let me pull the girl up because I hate when I reference a TikTok and then we have a whole episode about it or a segment and I don't give the person credit. So let me find it. I think I favorited it, so I could do this quickly. Okay, the girl's like username on TikTok is Lola Yuele, LOLAYUELE. That's a creator who like we got this idea from, but she made a TikTok and she was talking about like how whenever your friend gets a boyfriend, it's weird / like not necessary to become like besties with the boyfriend just because they're dating your friend. And I was like, this is so fucking true. And I've always felt this way about people's boyfriends. And I don't know if it's like a certain level of like maturity kind of thing or what, but like I've never felt the need to become like really close with people's boyfriends and like to a point where it's like we're like hanging out or like texting each other without the girl involved. I think that's so weird.
No. Oh, so I was about to say this. Like one of my friends like is now married, but they used to live here. So like in a way, like I also became friends with him, but that was just because like he lived here. We hung out with their house, like whatever. Yeah. But not because like he became friends with him. I'm still friends with her. So if I like see like a TikTok or something or like like weird thing, but he loves like peach cobbler. Okay, like he's always in the mood for a good peach cobbler. And like there was this like truck one time that drove by me and it was like a peach cobbler truck in Nashville. I took a picture of it, but I sent it to both of them in a group chat. Yeah. Cause it's like, I'm not
texting him separately.
No. Like, yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Like, and also if I like need to tell him something, which I don't ever need to do, that was just like a one-off, like haha type of thing. Like, you are more than welcome to be a part of the conversation. Like there's no reason that like
you guys should be having these like side private chat,
even if it wasn't
unless
anything
it's
for
like,
real, like
unless
even
it's like planning a surprise for your friend
Right.
with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's the only real time I feel like you ever need to be texting them or communicating
The
with
only
them
time, like,
without the girl.
legit, like that's even like to my sister's husband, like I feel weird talking to him outside of my sister.
Yeah.
And like obviously we do more because my sister is married to him and
Yeah,
like
it's your
he's been in my
brother-in-law.
life for 12 years.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't have like full blown like conversations
Bestie
about my
vibes
day
with
with him. Like,
Yeah.
it's like normally about my sister or like
Mhm.
one-off things like we had in a conversation what my sister was a part of.
Yeah.
And like whatever, or like even so, like I still really want to get into it, but like I just haven't had motivation to like start getting into like triathlon training. But
Mhm.
like he's so knowledgeable on bikes,
Right.
so if like me to text him on the side, like that's also not as weird. But I still feel weird about it because it's
Yeah,
like,
but
my
like
sister's
you
husband.
guys are in a actual familial relationship.
I know,
at
but
this
I'm
point.
saying like I still
Yeah.
feel weird about it. So like for the friends that feel so comfortable to text like your boyfriend,
It's
is
something
so
about that
strange.
is very like odd to me, and like
But-
I've always felt that way about that. And like I have had friends who their friends have been in relationships and they are like besties with the boyfriend, and I always thought that was so weird.
No, because I feel like that's what always when like the best friend and the boyfriend cheat with each other. It
Or-
always ends up that way.
Or if it's not even cheating, it just feels like, why are you going out of your way to make a relationship with my boyfriend or with that person's boyfriend?
I feel like you should have a relationship and like an understanding of each other.
Just a acquaintanceship.
No, but I'm saying like
yeah, it doesn't
I'm
need to
saying,
go
like,
into even a friendship.
But I'm saying more like of if I bring him around you, you don't feel like weird that he's there,
Yeah.
or vice versa. Like I feel like that's like the level it needs to be at, or
Mhm.
like he knows about me, you know about him, like type of thing. But like
yeah,
kind of it. And also like she was also talking about in that video, and she's like, I don't need to know every little thing about like you and your boyfriend. Like
Mhm.
I also so agree about that. Like
because also
when we're hanging out and it's our time, it's our time.
yeah.
Like
Also, like it's only fun to talk about it for the person who's in the relationship.
yeah.
I don't enjoy talking about that. Like, no offense to all of my friends who are dating people and they talk to me about their partners. I care about it until
In regards
I
to
don't.
you.
Exactly. Like, I care because it's something that either made you happy or made you sad. So, like, I'll hear you out. But, like, I don't care
Mm-hmm.
about the in-between middle, just mundane stuff.
Well, it's also
And that's like not trying to be rude, but like it's at the end of the day, it's not my boyfriend, so it's like who cares?
yeah.
That would be like me talking to you about like my other friend, about just like just random shit.
And like we
It'd be
do because it's life,
Right.
And it's something that you do, but it's like at some point it's like okay,
But that's
like,
not our whole conversation.
right. No, because at some point it's like okay, like
Yeah.
you don't care, I don't care,
Yeah.
and like, but I think the hardest part for people in relationships to sometimes like come to terms with is that like they don't have. Once you become in a relationship with somebody and that becomes like your person, once it becomes your person, that is like what you think about, what you want to talk about, because like your relationship is like all with that person, like every laugh you have, every cry you
Mhm.
have, whatever. So then when you get to be with your friend, that's all you know to talk about, because it's like, well,
Yeah.
this is all I've been doing since
Mhm.
I've last seen you.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just becomes like almost like a vomit fest of whatever, or like pent up, like I've been wanting to tell somebody this and like you're my vent person.
Yeah.
But it's like, get a therapist for it.
But I will say, like, my friends who are in good relationships don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ever talk about their partner in like a lot. Like, it'll be like, I'll be like, oh, how are you guys? And they're like, oh, we're good. You know, we did this the other day, and then it moves on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always people who are not in great relationships who that's all they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's, I don't know. And back to like the friendship thing, like the girl in the video like brings up a point where she's like, I would understand if like, let's say that you guys were friends before the two started dating, like you and the guy were in the same
Mhm.
circle of friends, so it's like you guys were friends before, so like you still have that relationship, but it's your like responsibility as the friend to like kind of cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
And not in terms of like never talk again, but like there's no need for you guys to be like hanging out separately from the girlfriend anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and I firmly believe that like guys and girls can be friends, because I have a bunch of men in my life who like I am friends with, and like it would never cross that line.
Mhm.
and I would respect them not to cross it. But at the same time, if they started dating a girl and she was like, hey, I kind of feel weird with you hanging out with like Emily still.
Mm-hmm.
I would understand, and I would be like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, because
But
I wouldn't want my boyfriend to be like besties, like chumming it up with a bunch of girls.
Right. But it's also like, there's a lot of girls who don't understand it. But when I feel like, if a party in that relationship doesn't understand, there's feelings.
Exactly, because
And
it's like
that's
some
why-
pick me behavior.
And that's why it needs to be cut off.
Yes.
Dude,
that is so true,
'Cause
because
my
it's
thing
always
is-
people who don't get it,
yeah.
who like, it's because they need validation from that person
Right.
at some level. And like, I feel like if it was just platonic, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Right.
Like, you would be able to be like, okay, I get it. I love you as a friend. Like, I totally respect that. Like, I want you to be in this happy relationship. We can all hang out together.
Mm-hmm.
We just won't hang out alone
But
anymore.
even like a girl who you weren't friends with, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take it a step back. Like, you're not friends with him, and like this girl is still like whatever, knowing that he's in a relationship, and he's made it known to that girl.
Yeah.
It's still that same like pick me behavior.
Yeah,
of, like,
because also, why do you need guy friends that bad? Like, as the girl, why do you need guy friends that bad?
why are you
don't.
telling him about your day?
But you literally don't, because like, no offense, like even my friendships I have with guys, I don't get much out of those. Besides a good like, how have you been? Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Talk to you in 3 months.
Yeah.
Because like we said in that one episode, guy friendships don't really have a bunch of intimacy.
Right.
So it's like, it's not like you as the woman are really getting much out of the friendship. I'm talking like heterosexual straight males.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Not like if you have like a guy friend who is like not a straight guy. Because like, I get those relationships have more intimacy most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I would understand that being a hard relationship to like cut off. But like with your fucking platonic straight dude friend, you're not getting a lot out of that. Besides male validation, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you hanging out still? And why are you like sad about it? And talking to him like, oh, well, that's like your girlfriend's just insecure, like blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, you're insecure.
No, because like,
Because why can't you just like be friends with girls?
And like, why can't you just be happy for him? Or like, I also get it. Like, I've like lost guy friends, like them having girlfriends and stuff. But, like, to me, I also understand like that's your like you became like best friends with this person. Hopefully, like, I would assume so. Like, I mean, whatever. But it's also like there is like a boundary that needs to happen, and I would want the same respect in return.
Totally. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw that and I was like, this is such an interesting thing, because I think especially as adults, like at the age that we are, it is very normal to have platonic relationships with men, because like they're gonna be your coworkers.
Yeah,
they're gonna be
work,
like,
yeah,
if you're in an extracurricular, like I don't know, there's like a kickball team here, or there's like trivia nights, like you're gonna meet guys who like you're not gonna be in relationships with. But at the same time, like it's still not the same as like a girl friendship. So it's like, why are you so desperate to like keep it as tight as it was before? You know, something about it's weird.
Yeah, because it's you need their validation and you care too much, or my thing is too, like at some point that guy and that girl had a deeper relationship, and guys are okay to like, okay, wait, well, it's done. And I found somebody new and somebody better, but like you're still hitting them up because the girl is like now attached.
Yeah.
And it's like harder for them to like let go at times.
Yeah.
And I feel like and then they're like, well, we're just friends. And it's like, well, you're just friends in your brain, but you weren't just friends at some point.
Yeah.
And that's why she's going to continue to try, because we're girls and that's what we do.
I've seen like a bunch of videos on TikTok recently of like crazy behavior coming from women, where it's like,
Dude.
I texted my ex-boyfriend from high school from 8 years ago to just like see what he was up to, and he blocked my number, and like it was so weird because like he said he was like married and stuff, and I was like, just chill, I'm just trying to talk. And he's like, but why?
Yeah.
It's been 8 years.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to talk to you about.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing well, but like, what the fuck? And like the girl was thinking everybody was going to be on her side, and the comments are like, no, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because then she ended up like Venmoing him to get him to like unblock her on text to ask like, why did you block me? And I'm like, no, girl,
Because he's married.
Yeah, and like
that's
and also like you're clearly hitting him up because you're desperate for dick or something, because it's been 8 years since you all have chatted. So it's not like you've been friends.
yeah.
And he all of a sudden stopped
And he
responding.
owes you nothing.
Yeah, it was just such a weird thing.
But I also think that comes from like a thing where like women, and I'm not trying to like be mean to like us as a whole, but like we still hold on to like those feelings and like that validation and like that like want from whatever you had from that person.
Yeah.
I feel like we hold on to it longer. Like even though you've moved on, you might have a better relationship and you're like, you might be in a really good place in life. You're still like, damn, I kind of like that person did XYZ.
Or like what could it have been?
Right. Like I feel like we always have those things in our brain, and like it doesn't stop even if you're in a happy place or whatever. Like, I mean, you might still be like not necessarily wanting that relationship, but I feel like we hold on to it where like once guys like have moved on, majority of the time, like if they've actually moved on, I feel like they are done. And so like that is no more.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I feel like for guys, like they obsess over their exes more than women do because it's like easy, and girls obsess over their exes because of like emotional stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
But like guys are when guys are always like, oh, she was the one that got away, like blah blah blah, and it's like I don't think you really believe that. I think you think it was really easy. You think the girl's gonna come back if you keep liking her Instagram stories or hitting her up and dangling the low hanging fruit, and you want to keep her in your back pocket because you want to have sex with her.
Yeah.
Or you're like, maybe when I'm 35 and I'm lonely, I'll marry this chick.
Yeah.
If she's still around, because you think that she's desperate.
No, 100%.
Where it's like women, it's more of like, oh, I'm remembering the good times and like
right.
X,
That's
Y,
what
and
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely summarized it like better than I did. But like, yeah, for them, it's like to keep you in their back pocket for easiness.
Yeah.
That's it. That's straight up it. And they don't actually give a fuck.
That's why I hate. Okay, and I'll say this until I'm blue in the fucking face. The Instagram like features got to go. Because when a man uses it, we all know exactly what you're doing. And we've heard from men what that means for them. It's just a reminder that they're still around. Even if they don't even fucking like you, they'll still do that because they want you to know that they're still looking at your shit, because they want you to think that they still like you. Even though they don't. They just want to have the option to fuck you if they can. So we got to get rid of that. But that's why I hate that. And actually recently I've been liking people's stories like crazy. Anybody and everybody. Guys who I have no attraction to, because I'm trying to send mixed signals. I'm trying to spice people's lives up.
I'm bored. She's giving bored.
I'm trying to make people think that I have crushes on them who like I would never give a chance to. But I'm just like, this is fun. Like because I think it's a stupid feature and I want to get rid of it.
You're showing Instagram that like it should continue to be around.
I'm just saying it means nothing, and I'm trying to show everybody it means nothing.
Okay, got you.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell everybody else I see what you're doing and it means nothing. From men. Women, keep liking my shit. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. When women like it, I'm just like, okay, it's like you don't have anything to say, but like you liked the content they posted.
Exactly.
Like, I like that feature.
Exactly.
But like from men, yeah. Honestly, even so, like, oh my God, can we talk about like the guy who fucking DM'd me the other day?
Okay. This person, I don't know who they are. Clearly they're like a quote fan, but they're not. I don't think they're a fan of like our show itself. I think they're just a fan of me and Kellen as sexual beings.
Yeah.
Because like I had over 40 messages requests from this one person. He has like heart-eyed every story I've ever posted ever. Even when it's not even my face. Like he will heart-eye it and send me stuff. And I had blocked him like a couple of weeks before Kellen sends me this crazy thing that she's about to say. But because he was just fucking weird. And like, but we had exchanged like conversation about this in the past of being like, dude, that person is so weird. They just DM'd me, and you're like, oh my God, he just DM'd me too.
Yeah. And like he DMs our like actual Instagram account, like not like our personal ones, but like so weird.
Wait,
so,
have
like,
you blocked him on that though? You should block him on that one too.
I will. I didn't even know anything about it. I just was like, what the fuck?
Like, I don't want him to see our bodies anymore after what he sent that.
No,
That's
so
fucking
he
gross.
like randomly, it was 2 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, like I didn't post anything. The last thing I posted was like from this as a concert, and that was it. Like, which like, okay, my outfit was like, I guess technically sexual because like my boobs were hanging.
You're
out
a woman. You have boobs. This is why I hate men.
Yeah.
Just because I have boobs does not mean I want you to comment on my boobs.
Right. But like,
I'm wearing it for me. It's not.
No,
for
I
you.
loved my outfit. I was like, this is fun. This is like whatever. And it was like, technically, I guess like sexual because like my stomach was out.
So
and, like
is
the
a
bottom of my
swimsuit.
boobs were, but like I could have still worn like a push-up bra and had my tits hanging out like cleavage wise. Like it was just the
Or
bottom
you
of
could
my
have been
boobs.
wearing like a fucking low waisted like thong type bottom too, and you weren't.
Yeah.
So it clearly was not like. Even if it was, this is the thing about men. It's like they're like, oh well, you dress seductive XYZ. You think I dress slutty now? Imagine if no men were on this planet. I'd be walking around this bitch naked.
Yeah, for real.
Like that's how women are. We're just like that's just how we like to like, for the most part, like dress because we love our bodies.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
Right. And like I was just like feeling
It's not for you.
regardless. So
I hate men.
I posted that like 3 days prior to this message. He sends me a DM and he says, "You look so damn good in that tiny shirt. Would hook up sometime." Okay.
Okay, weird.
Weird.
I've never ever responded to you ever.
I responded to him one time because
Oh,
he said something about the show. And I was like, oh, because he was like, do you ever plan to go on tour? Is like what he like swiped up on something.
No,
like,
because that's scary. Because why are you even watching our shit?
Yeah.
No offense, but like, why would any straight dude watch this?
So he was like,
Besides
you
our
plan to
dads.
go on tour? I said, hopefully, like my response, because I like went up and like read what I said. And I was like, hopefully one day, but like definitely need to build a bigger audience first.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, that makes sense. Have a great day. And like it literally stopped it. Like that was
it used to be really nice. Like all of his reactions, it was never about our appearance or anything. Because like that's how my DMs were at the beginning too. Like he would send me nice DMs and I would just like them, but I never texted him back or like messaged him back.
That's the only thing I ever said because he like asked a question and I was like, whatever. I was like nice about it. Responded no more after that. Okay?
Yeah.
Then he says, after he says that I looked so damn good in this tiny shirt, he said, "I bet you like to fuck."
Also, mind you, this guy's like 15. Like, how old is he?
I don't know. Young, too young to be fucking talking to me.
Yeah.
And like,
I had a guy slide in my DMs the other day who was 19 years old. And I said, "Sir, I could be your mother. I could have birthed you."
Hold on, I'm gonna view his profile. Wait,
I guess I couldn't. That would have.
I blocked him, so I actually can't view his profile. Sorry about it. That's like a really weird feature. If I block you, I should still be able to see your stuff. But like,
no, because they don't want you to be triggered by them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm glad that they do that because the people I block, I would probably like go SWAT and dox them if I could.
True.
You know?
That's true. Anyway, so like, he says that.
Which like this was y'all. Yeah, like you said, it was like 2 p.m. on a Tuesday or something.
A Friday.
Or, yeah, it was like midday. Like horny for what? Horny for what? Like it's light outside. Chill. You can't even say that you were drunk.
I got it and I was like, the audacity. Because like, I didn't talk to you. I didn't respond to it. I just blocked him. But I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I bet you like to fuck or get fucked or something like that. Like that's crazy.
And also the fact that you're like trying to have me fuck you is wild. Like,
that's the thing with the men. It's like I don't get the like confidence of like where did that come from? No offense, but like, dude, look in the fucking mirror. You look like Barney from the show Barney in Friends. Like that bitch looked like Barney. He looked like a fucking dinosaur, like big ass smile, like, weird fucking not cute face.
Just men finding the audacity. But yeah, we kind of went away from the fact that like friends are close to like boyfriends and like people that they just shouldn't be. And like, yeah, if you have friends like that,
I would cut them off. Because they're like drama.
And also the part of it too is like if the friend does reach out to the boyfriend ever, like this is we're like a whole 180 I feel like, but like if the friend does reach out to the boyfriend, she should be like sending you screenshots of like, hey, just so you know, like for whatever reason, like even if it was like a funny haha whatever, but still like being like, just so you know, like I did text him and like this is what it was, it wasn't supposed to be like whatever, or like vice versa, or like if the friend texts the boyfriend, like the boyfriend should be like, hey, so and so reached out to me. Like there should be complete transparency.
There should be like no like going behind the back or whatever.
Like it should
or
just
like
be
you
very,
said like it should just be group message.
Right, I agree with
if
the
you
group
have
message,
anything to say to them, like my like oldest closest friend who like I knew her boyfriend technically before they even met because like we had classes together. I was never really friends with him before they started dating, but like I knew him, and even when I had known this guy for years and years and we were in the same friend group for the whole time, I don't think I've ever once felt the need to solo text him besides a happy birthday.
Yeah.
And it was literally like, happy birthday. Hope you had a great day, or have a great day.
Right.
Like or even so, I would like bring it back to my friend. Be like,
right, that's what I'm saying.
Thanks for taking care of blah, blah, blah. Happy birthday.
Right.
Thanks for always taking care of blah, blah, blah.
Right. And then like the next time you see her, be like, oh, by the way, I texted on happy birthday. Or
Yeah.
like, probably like Emily texted me happy birthday. Like
Yeah.
a very like, it should be like that.
Yeah.
It should be super like out in the open, like
Mhm.
whatever. Like, yeah, because there's really no reason that like you could be tell him something that you can't tell me.
Yeah. That's it right there. Why is there secrets? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a whole other episode because I feel like people would just like be loving them. But, you know,
Who knows?
who knows?
We're just two single grumps
but
who get DMs from freaks.
yeah, and it's Emily's
I
birthday.
actually got like the last like thirsty DM I got from somebody was asking if I could pick them up with their height and weight included.
That's weird.
And I'm like, what vibes am I giving off for that?
Deadlift girly.
It's giving like mommy. I want a mommy. And it's really tiny men. Like we're talking like 5'6", 145. They're like, could you pick that up? I'm like, is the Pope Catholic? Of course I could pick that up. The fuck? That's how much I weighed in
Also,
the
like,
sixth grade.
that's so weird that you want to be picked up by a female. Something's off.
And that's your like slide in the DMs. Like that's your
Something's
shot
off.
that you're shooting is so strange. And it's happened like 3 times with 3 different people asking, like they're telling me how short they are and then asking if I could pick them up.
Men
And
do
I don't
better.
even like post workout videos or anything.
I feel like do better.
Yeah, it's just fucking gross.
Do better. We don't need.
Yeah. Just don't even shoot at this point. just keep it to yourself.
Anywho, everyone say happy birthday to Emily. I know that she can't hear you, but she'll feel it on
Yay.
Thursday.
I'll feel it in my bones.
She'll feel it in her soul. She'll be like, oh, thank you.
Thank you.
But thank you guys for listening to another episode of Society 97. My name is Kellen Redk. You can find me at Kellen Redk on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And I'm Emily. Find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Starnsy. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram as well. We're at society97.pod, where you can DM us anything except for creepy shit like that. And you can also follow us on TikTok, where we are at society97pod, where we post clips from the show.
We also post fun videos on our YouTube every single Tuesday, and we're switching it up, so make sure you go over there. Don't miss those. And we post the podcast or the video version of the podcast every single Friday, so make sure to subscribe, like, turn on post notifications. We have a lot of fun on our YouTube, so we want to see you guys over there. Okay, bye. Love ya.
Bye.